I'm Brett Griffin, and we're here with Neil of Triple H Farms in Plains, Georgia. We're also joined by Trevor with Nutrien Ag Solutions to talk about what it's like farming on the west side of Georgia. Neil, tell me a little bit about this farm we're on.
Farm's been in our family for like 4 generations. We raise peanuts, cotton, corn, and green beans. It's pretty much a family operation. My brother and I farm together along with our sons. And it's been a lifestyle that we grew up in and we enjoy.
Which crop's looking the best this year?
We had a decent corn crop. Peanut crop looks good, but we hadn't harvested any to see. The cotton crop looks okay too. But we have a problem this year with cheap prices and high expenses. And it's gonna be a challenge to make all that work.
You focus on yield at that point, Trevor, or are you guys just managing inputs best you can to get the most out of what you can per acre?
Yes, you want to get the maximum yield you can, with the least amount of money that you want to put into it, You still want to maximize your inputs, but, you can't overspend.
This is a lot of different crops he just went through that he's got on his farm. Which one are you, I guess, the most involved in?
I'd say the cotton and the corn. Cotton mainly, because we do all the fertilizing for them for the most part, and the corn, and pre-plant and all that.
When growers are looking to pick out what seed they're going to use for their crops, it's almost like they're having a baby in the family, right? I mean, it's near and dear to their heart.
Absolutely.
And what does that intake for you?
Just making sure you get them the right varieties on the right farm in the right field, depending on the dirt that they have. And just the sustainability of the cotton varieties.
With the seed being such a big part of obviously the process, how much have you seen technology change in your lifetime, and what have those technologies done for the grower?
In the corn seed business, that's one crop that we've seen a big change in. Used to, we would struggle to make 150 bushels of corn to the acre, but we basically use the same cultural practices, but with the new varieties of seed, we've achieved 240, 50 bushel corn.
How do you go about making your seed purchase?
We look at the extension results. We're lucky to have a Southwest Georgia extension farm here in Plains, and they usually print a yield production record for the year before. We try to pick out varieties in the top 5, top 10 that will fit what we're wanting to do.
A lot of pressure on you to get the right inputs on it.
I try to put Radiate out there. They used Riser as well, as a pop-up on some of it to try it out for the first time this year. But they've been using Radiate since I've started with Nutrien the last 3 years, and I think we've seen good results out of it.
There's not a big lack of water in this area in terms of what's in the ground. How much are you guys irrigating out here?
We're about 80% irrigated.
Okay.
And we farm a little better than 5,000 acres. Without the irrigation, we wouldn't be making a crop. And sometimes we wonder if it's really worth it all, but at the end, you see where all your work pays off when you have a crop together.
I met your son earlier, so I know the future is a big part of this farm. When you hear feeding the future together, what comes to mind for you?
Credit should be given to American farmer, because we've got where the old saying is, we feed the world. And it's not only our efforts, but efforts with fertilizer folks and the seed people, and everybody works together to make that happen.